Hello grade 10 students, welcome back to a new English class. Our lesson today is reading 10A part 2 plus vocabulary. Please prepare your student books pages 124-125. Our objectives for today are: number 1 is to respond to 5 multiple choice questions after scanning a story. Demonstrate understanding of 3 narrative literary techniques used in the story. Identify the meaning of some prepositional phrases accurately, and finally to summarize the story using some prepositional phrases learned. And now let's start with the lesson. Now let's go to your student book, page 124. Let me here ask you a question. What do you remember about the story? Please pause the video for a while. Think of the answer. Now let's remember together. The story was about a traveler with a child. They were in a desert. They were searching for food, water, and shelter until a group of nomads was heading in their direction. Now let's find out more details about the story. Please pause the video for a while. Scan the whole text in your student book, page 124. Now let's answer the following questions in your student book, page 124, exercise C. Read again and answer the questions. Choose A, B, C, or D. Now let's read the questions together to find out the keywords in each question. Number 1. What is characteristic of the landscape? So the keywords here are characteristic and landscape. How would you describe the landscape? Question 2. The pathway proves that. The pathway proves. What does it prove? Question 3. What conclusion do we reach after reading the description of the traveler? Can you point to the keywords here? Let's find them together. Conclusion. Do we reach after reading the description of the traveler? Question 4. What do we learn about the girl? So what do we learn? And the girl. Finally, it is evident from the passage that. What's an evident from the passage? Please pause the video for a while. Try to think of the correct answers. And now let's answer together. What is characteristic of the landscape? Remember here to highlight the evidence from the text. So the correct answer is here in this paragraph. Let's find out together. The correct answer is it combines various natural features. Where is your evidence from the text? It's here. This miserable and barren landscape combines mountains, valleys, rivers, and enormous plains. So the correct answer is various natural features. Question number 2. The pathway proves that. That's right. The correct answer is D. Other travelers had tried to cross the desert. Where is the evidence from the text? It's here. This was the path that so many adventurers had taken in the hope of finding water. Let's go to another question. Question 3. What conclusion do you reach after reading the description of the traveler? So the correct answer is, let's see the evidence. His face was thin and worn. His eyes were sunken in his head. The hand which held the rifle was like a skeleton's, which means that, that's correct, he is very weak. Question 4. What do we learn about the girl? Let's find out here. Can you read it and point to the answer? Let's find. The child was pale and weak, but her healthy arms and legs showed that she had suffered less than her companion. So the correct answer is, she's healthier than the man. Let's go to another question. Question 5. It's evident from the passage that. So can you refer to the answer? That's right. The man is concerned about the girl. You can find the evidence in more than one paragraph. You have the evidence in paragraph 4, 5, and 6. For example, "You have hurt me," said a child's voice. "Have I?" the man asked gently. "I didn't mean to." So he asked gently here. It means that he concerns about the girl. "How's it now?" he asked anxiously. And finally, "Put your head up against me like that." And now let's find out more about the story writing techniques used in the text. The writer has used the 3 narrative literary techniques in the text. Can you guess what they are? Pause the video for a while. Look quickly at the text, try to find the answer. Now let's find out together. The first technique is called foreshadowing. The second is cliffhanger. And the last one is direct speech. Now let's find out more about these 3 techniques. Now let's read the following extract from the story. What narrative technique has the writer used in this extract? Please pause the video for a while. Read the extract and try to find out which technique has the writer used. Now let's find out together. Let's start from here. This was the path that so many adventurers had taken in the hope of finding water. But what became of them was clear, as here and there were white objects which shone in the sun and stood out against the grey sand. So let me ask here a question. What is indicated or inferred from this paragraph? Does it give you a hint of what will happen to the traveler and the child? Let's answer together. It's indicated that the traveler and the child will face dangers, hardships, and difficulties to survive. So, foreshadowing is giving the reader a hint of what will happen later, and this description could help us find out what will happen in the story. Now let's find out more about another technique. Read the last paragraph of the story to answer the following question. Did the writer reveal the ending of the story? And why? Please pause the video for a while, read the paragraph and answer the question. And now let's answer together. The writer didn't reveal the ending. And why? He left it to the reader to create a sense of suspense. And this is what we call cliffhanger. It means ending a chapter or an episode in suspense. So the end is curiously unexpected. The main characters are left in a difficult situation without offering any solutions. The solutions are left to the imagination of the reader. Now let's go to another technique. Read the following extract from the story. Try to find out which writing technique has the writer used here. Please pause the video for a while, read and think of the answer. Now let's find out together. So look at these phrases. Kiss it and make it well. That's what Mother used to do. Where is Mother? Mother's gone. I guess you will see her before long. What do you notice about these sentences? What narrative technique has the writer used in the above extracts? That's right. The writer has used direct speech. He has used this technique to make the story more alive. So, direct speech technique is citing the character's exact words in quotation marks to make the story more alive. And now let's go to your student book, page 125, exercise D. Let's answer the following questions. Question 1. What effect does the direct speech have on the reader? Let's find out the key words. Effect, direct speech, and on the reader. Question 2. From the exchange between the man and the girl, lines 32 to 51, what can you infer about the character of the girl's father and mother? Here, what you can infer about those characters. Question 3. From the same exchange as above, what assumptions? It means what do you think is true? The word assumptions. What assumptions can you make about what has happened to the girl's mother? So please pause the video for a while and think of the answer. Now let's answer together. What effect does the direct speech have on the reader? The direct speech creates a sense of immediacy in the reader and makes him feel as if they are taking part in the story. The word immediacy here means makes the story more alive and keeps the reader close to the action. Question 2. From the exchange between the man and the girl, what can you infer about the character of the girl's father and mother? So the correct answer here is, the girl's parents seem to be caring people who treat her well. Question 4. From the same exchange as above, what assumptions can you make about what has happened to the girl's mother? So the correct answer is, the girl's mother has probably died because the girl says she didn't say goodbye to her, and the man tells the girl that she will see her mother before long. The last question here is, choose the correct answer. The story ends in a cliffhanger. What are you led to believe may happen? What do you think will happen? Pause the video for a while and think of the answer. So the correct answer here is D. The man and the girl may be saved by the nomads. Let's take another activity related to vocabulary, prepositional phrases. Look at the picture and use a corrective preposition to the following words. Control. Look at this picture. Is he in or out of control? That's right, it's clear that he's out of control. Time. What preposition can we use with the word time? We can say on time. High speed. What preposition can you use here? That's right, it's high, at high speed. Breath. Let's look at this picture. Is it easy for him to breathe? No, so we say out of breath. Now, let me ask you, do you know what a prepositional phrase is? So, a prepositional phrase always begins with a preposition and ends with a noun or pronoun. Let's look at these words. They all start with prepositions and end with noun. And now let's know more about prepositional phrases. Go to your student book, page 125, Vocabulary. Look at the prepositional phrases in the table and circle the correct words in the sentences from 1 to 7. Now let's look at this table. What prepositions are we going to use? In and out of. Also, we have some words that take in, and you can form the opposite meaning by using out of. So you can say in control, out of control. But this is not always the case. For example, you can say in person, but you can't say out of person. So we have here some words that you can use with in and form the opposite by using out of. And now let's answer the following exercise. Circle the correct word. Please pause the video for a while, read the sentences from 1 to 7, and circle the correct answer. And now let's answer together. Number 1. We waved until the car was space sight. So what's the correct answer? That's right, it's out of sight. You can't use the left. You can't use it. So it's out of order or control. So the correct answer is order, because you can't use it. I'd like to speak to whoever is in the project. So in person or in charge of. Here we need someone who is responsible for. So the correct answer is in charge of. Keep chemicals out of children's danger or reach. That's right, The correct answer is reach. The police are once again in of the situation. Could be terrible of the situation or control of the situation. So the correct answer is in control of the situation. This map is out of. We should get a newer one. So it's not up to date, which means this map is out of date. Nasser loves extreme sports. Skydiving in general or particular. Here he has chosen one sport specifically, so it means in particular. Finally, write an alternative ending to the story using the following prepositional phrases: in sight, in danger, in despair, out of reach, in control. Please pause the video for a while. Start writing another ending to the story using these prepositional phrases. Let's see one of the possible answers. As they were sleeping, the child heard a hissing sound. It sounded like air gushing out of a full balloon. The child looked around at the ground. It became in sight. It was a cobra. It was coiled up and its tongue was flickering in and out its mouth. The man and the child were in great danger. The child ran quickly to wake the traveler up. When the traveler saw the cobra, he looked at it in despair. He tried to kill it with his rifle, but unfortunately his rifle was out of his reach. The traveler tried to be in control of the situation. He finally killed the snake with a rock. Thank you so much for watching.